Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. So we're gonna have to push back the day off from video because I got a content by request. Shout out to Burning Out My Retinas for the super thanks, $1.99 super thanks, which is the requirement for a content by request, the minimum. And I'm gonna keep it that way for a while. It may go up as YouTube allows my notoriety to go up, but nonetheless, we have a very important series, man. And I call this the Coochie Game series, where I'm gonna break down some of the coochie games that women play in marriages and stuff people done told me. A lot of things been confided in me. By a number of people. AE, I've been trying to get AE to get his own channel. He has a lot to offer. Trust me when I tell you. Relatives, longtime friends, co-workers. I got a lot to discuss. Coochie Game series. Those of y'all know, when I tell y'all things, it ain't to throw any particular woman under the bus. It's to help men. Because what I dealt with is not something that no one deals with. And the proof is in the pudding, like I just told you. A lot of people done confided things in me that I'm going to talk about in this series. This is part 1 of the COO CHIE series. Now, far as I go, I never had to deal with any of this until I got married. All my girlfriends, every single one of them, willingly and desirably gave up the meow. We're going to be calling the coochie the meow for censorship purposes. But it's sometimes, like I told y'all like this here. The number one reason, according to statistics, for marriage breakups is finances. And I think that's a top 5 reason why women sometimes play coochie games. It is. When you hear people like Coach Greg Adams and others talking about status, it is some truth to that. It's a lot of truth to it. Some things just go down to the individual, but it's a lot of truth to it. A lot of women, they don't keep love and respect when you start to fail in life. When things start not going your way. And if you're a righteous man, trust me, you're going to have some moments where things don't go your way. See, people that's not righteous, they going to get the majority of they failures. And they going to feel the majority of their regrets throughout all eternity. Like they go through things in the earth, but sometimes not in the same fashion as righteous people. As people who are connected to the Most High through whatever avenue of religion that they choose. So that is a strong reason why. But let me tell you something, man. If your woman is acting different towards you because of financial loss or financial failure, then you really, and she's not doing anything to try to curve the situation and help you, or even if she is doing things, but she's doing it with a lot of mouth and a lot of lip, it's safe to say that, sometimes we pick the wrong one. We do, because the right ones they ain't gonna feign and change too much. The ones that feign and change too much, now, I'm going to tell you about I'm going to tell y'all some things. The problems were already there before the financial problems came. They were. You know, it just wasn't as much. The financial problems escalated the relationship problem. Now, women will think of all type of excuses and reasons why they play these games. But the real reason they play these games, because that's what they think gives them an edge within their own mind, and because they just want to. You know, they'll blame you, but I'm gonna tell you how you gonna know it ain't you. Because they'll get with somebody else that'll be worse than you, worse off than you, and they won't play those games. That's just something they wanted to do. Always remember this about these women. They keep talking this monogamy stuff, but none of them want to be monogamous. They just want you to be. I gave y'all the perfect example. If the Most High said women can have sex with whoever they want, whenever they want, and he's still gonna let them in the gates of heaven, it would kind of clear the conscience. It'll clear their conscience. And we said, yeah, go ahead. I ain't going nowhere no matter what you do. Like I told you, you'll be coming home sometime to her getting rocked. Because there's certain things that kind of slow them down and stop them. I heard another content creator say that women is like cats. You know how cats, they always having kittens, but you never see them having sex because they sneaky. That's why I call it the meow, because it reminds me of these cats. Now, I would say the coochie game for me started strong, and they started in 2008. In 2009, they got a little stronger. Every year they got a little stronger, and then just start arguing over sex. The sex start waning off, which it will in most relationships. Don't let them tell you otherwise. Most of these women just ain't got the respect and love for their man not to play coochie games. They play the role, and they play the role better when things is going good. When things start going bad, you gonna see that they've been playing the role. Now, they really started to escalate at a faster clip, I would say around 2012. And moving up to 2013, that's when the emotional stuff happened. And started to happen, you know, lies was being told, different stuff. And by 2017, it was like, bam, it was like a crash. It was like, for the first time in my life, I felt like I had to work for that. You know, it was slowly creeping. But at the same time, I was keeping it to myself. I wasn't saying nothing. Other people was coming to me, talking about they women doing it. Like a dude I used to work with, he ended up getting a divorce because he had a baby with somebody else while his wife was playing coochie games. Wasn't doing nothing with him at all. At all. So he started messing around with somebody at the job, and it led to divorce. And people always want to take these women's side. But coochie games, to me, is one of the number one reasons for divorce. Finances have to play in it, but they just start playing this goofy game, man. I don't know if they running out of gas, they washing up. Some of them get too big, some of them get too small. It's different reasons for it. But they start playing this game. Listen, man. If you, and again, this is part one. If you have never had to deal with this, why start now? Like my cousin was saying, most guys ain't gonna go even 10 days. They're gonna block the chick. They're gonna stop calling her. They're gonna be messing with other ones. This is gonna lead to what Isaiah 4:1. Coochie games is a key component that's gonna lead Isaiah 4:1 into dating. These women ain't gonna be able to get nobody. They're gonna have to share. It's happening already. And they not winning. I ain't even got to say your little gimmick. They not winning. And the dude with this gimmick is like, I'm not saying he Fruity Pebble. I don't think he Fruity Pebble. But when he started losing arguments, he started talking about guys' appearance. So they start talking about his. I be watching them. I know what they say. They not winning. They losing. And Isaiah 4:1 ain't no gimmick. That's a reality. That's a reality. So they play this game where they try to reward you or punish you with sex. That's coochie games. How can you reward a man with sex that done had it thousands of times before you even came? Again, I say, they stand on simps and the church. The church is a proponent of coochie games. These women will go from doing all the freaky stuff to, nah, I just don't feel right doing that. I'm gonna keep going. Excuse me, y'all. And so, these guys be feeling guilty in their conscience, thinking they gotta stick to her no matter what she does. That ain't what that Bible teach. We're gonna get into the Bible in this series too. The Bible tells her to be subject, aka no coochie game. So if she playing coochie games, she's not being subject. Cause see, before she does that, she's supposed to leave you, right? Remain unmarried. And if y'all got kids, she's supposed to cooperate with that. See, these women think they're going against you, but they're going against an order of things that the Most High established. And you think the Most High didn't know they would do this? He did. He did. He knew they would do this. That's why he made it where you can have concubines and more than one wife. And any pastor that's telling you otherwise is wrong. He's speaking for the devil. I'm letting you know that. I can show you, and I have shown you in scripture many times. Coochie games is ungodly because they, again, like I just said, they supposed to be subject. We'll be back with part 2. And ain't no telling how many parts of this we gonna have, because this right here, this is important, y'all.